Okay, my new mic is good. Okay. Should be fine this time. Mr. KYB, how's it going? How's it going? Let me see. Today working on energy shield battery that recharges nearby hostile robots. Boom. Pen that hard. Is doing anything yet? No, not yet. Okay. And the robots. Might as well stick it here. Yeah, what's up? This time, we're not lurking together. Things are good, things are good. Things are good. I have two features in mind to implement. Right now, starting with a simple StarCraft-like feature. Keep building up on those energy shields. Battery clock, fine. Don't need this, don't need that. Hey, where's my line count? Let's just restart. Reload this thing. I want it live. Maybe. Oh, sort of that. Just crossed over 150,000 lines of C++. Right, that shall be the charging station. Oh yeah, I did want it to have it spin as well. plus A, yeah. Especially if you're careful with which parts you're using, it's really not that complex. It only gets complex if you use STL headers and a few other things, but at the base layer, it's not that complex. Okay. This guy. They do the shields, and this should create a tether line and charge the shield back up. Yeah. So it's time to create a spatial structure for nearby robots. What if I at least do this once a frame, not every random ass place? Okay. Look how nice and clean C++ is. Good enough. Good enough. Just a bit more light. One month, nice. There you go. Nothing to be scared of. Ain't nothing. Wait, I need to know distance. To handle errors. Are you talking about exceptions? Are you talking about exceptions? Charge range. Well, now just pick closest robot. Save type. What is that? What is that? Try catch. Yeah, that is the way. Although for my game, I disable exceptions entirely. Entirely. They do come with a nasty overhead. But to get started, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Reconditions and post conditions. Again, fancy. Getting fancy. Yeah, they're alright. They're alright. Control Alt Harry, indeed, it's been a while. You came back to 158,000 lines of C++. Look at that. Look at it. Fine enough. Okay. Got ourselves closest robot. There is no straight line. Consider the next closest robot. But for now, this is fine. since last year. Indeed. This year had been a slow start for streaming, but was doing plenty of work. Plenty. Let's see. Alright. First things first. Then he came back to watch new shield effects. An upgrade to the laser visual quality as well. Okay, shield is on. I'm gonna have like a recharge speed, Shield recharge rate. Second. Who needs comments when you make a long ass variable name? I think I have a cable component. Pretty sure I do. Pretty sure I do. Come here. Ooh. Yeah, it's getting recharged pretty fast. Vertical cable. Good, good. We'll keep it red still. Okay, okay. Yeah, man. No worries. I'll wait 16 hours. Sounds like busy work. Okay. Oh yeah. I need this as a state thing. Charging list, right. First need to check if I already know this robot. Pretty modeling, nice, nice. Have you gotten into rigging yet? Which reminds me, I need to do more studying for rigging. From P2 Design, French Master. Let's see. Okay. Here, man. No worries. No worries. It's just chilling time. Just chilling time. Okay, if not charging inner space, add this thing. Okay. So now think about how to draw multiple cables. Probably expand particle cable component. Cable. 2 curves. Oh, I can have up to 2 curves already. So it's already kind of like an array. Oh. Fastly. That's right. Very fast. Very fast indeed. Oh yeah, I can do. Dude, after 2 years, I got a wealth of tech to use. A wealth of tech. Okay. Alright, let's do. First, we start at. I guess it's fine to do it like that. I'll call you shape. How about that? Shape. Right. I killed web dev. It was more like AI. The web dev was so easy to do that AI is particularly good at it. Which is good. Which is good. Okay. This is its own start, which is this. Okay. Do need to be careful. Okay. But now just drawing a cable from center to center. It's good enough. Good enough. Alright, come here, Bubba. Oh, enabled. Am I forgetting something? I kill game. Yeah, it's gonna kill anything, dude. People are always afraid of new technology, always scared, always scared. Curve. Oh, I didn't even add it here. It's like saying hammers will take away people's jobs. Watch out for hammers, man. They're gonna take your job. Well. Am I missing add curve? What gets added? Sure gets added. Do I need to do some kind of pre-computation? Hold on. Don't remember. It's been too long since I used particle cables. Oh, requires particle draw. I see. Oh, I don't not support 2 points. I don't. Wow. Fine. Let's drop mid by just a smidgen. Oh, I need this? Don't remember. Okay, so add particle draw to the entity and it should be good to go. Okay. That is something. So next is It's actually good to keep it alive. That's fine. Might try to drop it by. We're gonna be doing a bit more. Introduce a bit of a hang. Perfect. Perfect. Well, that's a nice kick. Missed the chest. Okay. I don't want to worry about line of sight just yet. If I just do double height. Let's start. Yeah, I can do that. Just a little bit less. Yeah, what do I need? Like an 8. Even a tiny bit less. Not too low. Maybe 8 is fine, actually. Okay. Fair enough. Did want to have the sphere spin. Yeah, let's do that. I wanted red, or do I want it blue? No, that's too peaceful. Too peaceful. Got a little bit of artifact though. That angle. It's reasonable enough. Reasonable enough. Alright. Next step is... Bro, what do you not take go? Wrong position. Good. Direction. It does have position, okay. Fine, going deeper. Static bodies only. Sure. Okay, this should only start now when there is a line of sight. Except I don't want to do it every frame. It seems unnecessary. Ten times a second seems fine. We'll still need to draw that stuff though. Why are you not adding that? Charging list. Am I gonna play GTA 6? No. Did play GTA 5, I guess. But 6, I don't see it. Don't see it. It's really not really my game anymore. Not my genre. Wait, what do I... Did I delete the code that actually charges the thing? Did. Wow, okay. Alright, let's get back in. Let me see if I'm here. I'm showing that and definitely charge. Ooh, I need to do one more thing. Not any robot. Only those that can have shields. Oh. Here. I just wanted to use that somewhere. No, must have deleted it. Okay, fine. Other games. Nowadays, I'm mostly trying out demos that are Diablo-like. For example, this one, Death of Exile, a little bit. Might get Diablo 2 expansion on Steam. At some point, I'll buy Stellar Blade. Some point. Maybe next time on sale. Next time. And some casual, easy games like Magic the Gathering, whatnot. And whatnot. Okay. Should be charging this thing now. Good. Alright. Now what I want is disconnection. Disconnection. Make it like every It's actually a good location to do that. Yeah. Me raycast. Okay. Really? I guess no, I need to get it from the top, technically. Yeah. Really? Really, dude? And of course. Actually, it is a reason to break. Okay. Check the line of sight. If there's anything, it will remove it. Assuming. What's up, info? Although I will only do this if. Yeah, let's try this. Hit that, come over here. Start charging. Doesn't remove it. Okay. Now. I need to do animation for dragging out the line, but for the moment this is fine. JVSC, what's up? You've come at a time when energy shield battery is trying to work. Oh no, attack this guy. This guy just got unbreakable shields. Just unbreakable shields. My controller at? Yeah, no, that guy's a target. Okay, there you go. Come over here. Bzz. Do I want to? I might as well. Let's see. I'm gonna let this one fly, but for considerations. Okay, how about this? Who keeps it? Still keeping it here. Ten. I should ignore it. Oh. This is gonna be printing out here. That in here. How about a type of shield reflects magic back to the player? Like the Erdreen Knight does. What is Erdreen Knight? Erdreen Knight game. Some kind of Elden thing. Erdtree. Yeah, I've not played particularly that guy. Collection. I mean, it does sound kind of strong. Elden Ring. Yeah, I've watched the game, never played it, so don't know it by names. Oh yeah, I also need to check. Yo, dude, come here. Your shields need replenishing. Bruh. Oh, not continue. Cool. Charge it too fast. What the hell happened there? It really just charges that fast? Okay, now I need to know. Now I got to know, man. Why? Oh, it's gonna wait out the whole second. Let's move that here. Missing. Yes, pattern. Yeah. Well, I'm still debating if maybe like big fat structs will be good enough. Because I could probably have like one type of big struct for robot player. Environmental stuff, big robots. There shouldn't be that many different types. No. Because ECS is a pain to get right, Mac dude. It took a while to get ECS working. And it does have an overhead to make the calls. For each one of them, they're making like, what is this, like 6 different sub calls in here. It is a good amount of effort to do. Like this one is nothing there. This is like a setup to call the main thing. And then a few calls in the function. There's another lambda call. And then a colon inside here, and then finally get to this point. I'm actually curious, you know what? I need to measure that overhead somehow. Be curious. Might be difficult though. Anyway, why is this not removing? Oh, its one is empty. So if you're empty, I should say false and draw nothing. Oh. No. Okay. There's only one. So now it should be empty. Bails out. Okay. Oh. Put me in my ass. Go. There you go. Push it up, drop it. Okay. No, I don't want to have an instant line. Regarding reflection, maybe not the shield reflect. Maybe have a guy like literally hold the shield away. Where's Marathon at? Because this is kind of cool. Can I blow it up? It's too bad it's like one of the sci-fi looking games, just not made well enough to succeed. But this shield here is kind of cool. Do you have a screenshot of a shield? No, it's not. That is kind of cool. I could see a shield like that. I don't know, reflection. Not particularly big fan of reflection, might be too strong. But just blacking in this particular way as well. Although my shield kind of global right now. Maybe this one could be black reflecting to some degree. Probably would still have it take damage, but reflect as well. I don't want to have complete damage or negation. That might be too much. Maybe. Let's do distance check. Collecting by distance. Greater than. Third range. I think I set to like 30-ish right now. 30 is actually not that far. I don't want it a bit longer, I think. Which I probably don't even see right now. Alright. Oh, it's 10. Yeah, no wonder. No wonder.
Like sunshine and moonlight, like warm and bright, like pillows and pavement, like an accident and what's meant. We're like two different species, still the same. We're like Jekyll and Hyde, we're like Batman and Bruce Wayne. We're like fire and water, we're like sugar and salt. We're like everything.
Okay, battery, 30 range is fine. I didn't feel like 30 at all. It is here. Thirty, 1,000. So just at the edge, that's 30. Fair enough. Wait, there's a new mechanic in the game. Wall trap. Wall trap of robot dropping. Actually, since I'm doing all this, This is a decent time to bring back some new spawner I have. Oh, not the one. Fourth robot. Perfect. All right, next. This charge is a bit too strong. Okay. Bring it up. Bring it up. Yeah, one at a time is good enough to start for sure. Oh, did not mean to do that. That's gonna be a pain. Okay. Next. Actually, bro, bro. Interesting. YouTube is worrying about the audio stuff. Let me know if audio is having issues. Interesting. Interesting. Oops. Oh, do you want to have a spin thing? Yeah, I think I'll do the spin now. Guess I might need a new component for this. Yeah, that's gonna be too weak. Definitely need to scale it with a zone. Bro, you ever gonna go out of range? Oh, I don't do range check once it's on the list. That's what it was. Range check. Distance. go. No help for Barry now. No help for you. Okay. Okay. All right. What's the easiest way to spin you up? Spin you up. Almost makes you want to make it a scanned object. Almost. Which graphics API is the engine written in? This is Vulkan. Rodoxy Vulkan. The way it was meant to be by real man. None of this OpenGL weak ass stuff. They got two renders. This is the expensive hardware ray tracing. And this is one crashes. What the hell did I do? Ooh. Excuse me? I. Is 3. Bro, why don't you give me information? Submeshes 4. -1? Excuse me? Excuse me, dude? Submeshes is -1. That's a data problem, but a good font. I really don't want to have to add -1 in there, which has to be coming from. Did I go about separating components of the engine, such as render, physics, and sounds, or whatever? Entity component system keeps it quite separate, pretty cleanly. Like for example, here's the. So this is my other render. For example, reference is a mesh component. A mesh component is really just a bunch of integers. So describing which mesh object to grab. Out of those, you can have a bunch of submeshes. Submeshes being like this whole thing is called one object. And then different parts will be like each different chunk is a different submesh that it can come missing. So that's the reference. And this way you can use the same component but different ways. So I actually have two renders. And they use it slightly different. Same thing for materials, like it's all just a bunch of separate components. So because of that, that's basically the connection of the renderer to everything else. I rarely reference the render directly outside of that. It's pretty rare. Pretty rare. Bone reference, all that. Just a bunch of integers. Just plain old data. Honestly, ECS is really nice, clean separation on that part. How many graphics pipelines? For ray tracing, a lot less, maybe a dozen. for non-ray tracing, maybe more, maybe 2 dozen, something like that. Ooh, it's a lot of robots. No, I'm getting tired of dodging robots too much. Too much work. Let's turn off the spawner. Come here, Bubba. Time to get charged. Why don't I have more fun of this? It's not a whole lot of fun, I guess. Custom physics engine. I'm definitely not using Jolt because Jolt is way too slow and sluggish. It's way too happy of object-oriented approach. It's too slow in debug builds. And it's not stable enough to have all this hair simulation. So I have PhysX 5 right now, which I use. But I do have my own physics. It's just that it's not really ready for prime time. But it does have basic physics. This is custom, including convex collisions. Boom kaboom. A convex tester somewhere. I guess not. I guess not. Yeah, unfortunately right now this thing is just too slow. I need to do a whole bunch of optimizations passes to do it the right way. So it's functional, but it's just not fast enough. So that's something in the future in case Physics 5 keeps my butt for no reason. But so far Physics 5 has been really good to me. So don't have any complaints. Alright, what I do need. That's right. Where's your shield battery now, boy? Boy? You have to come out and get a straight line. Might build some extra shader work to indicate the charge. I might. Maybe just a circle or something. Not sure. Anyway, I need to think about this turning thing. I need. That's gonna be a bit of an effort. Bit of an effort. I could turn you into a skinned object, but maybe I don't want to do that. This is a deferred or forward render. This is a forward render. Forward. And this particular one, this is the ray tracing pipeline. Ray tracing. Once you get perfect mirror A, why is this white border? It looks fine, I guess. Fine enough. One of the recent additions was also the arm actually knocking back when being used. That shield battery. Take it. All right. First things first, I'm gonna fix the bug of -1. Mr. Mash is getting negative. Excuse me? Oh, getting -1 somewhere, aren't I? Aren't I? Yeah. Some meshes. A lot of zeros, dude. What the hell? What the hell am I doing? Duplicate submashes of index 0. Okay, okay, okay. It's the price I pay for complex destruction. Reasonable here, but I'm sure once I look inside. Bottom on damage gets added multiple times. That guy, okay, okay. At least I know what to fix in data. At least that much. That guy. Except, are you gonna be a problem? Do I need to modify you manually? Hopefully not. But probably, yeah. Fine. Let's go manual. Manual time. Oh, yeah, I'm GUI. No, the dev UI is all I'm GUI. The game UI is custom UI that I wrote. Oh, Mr. Mesh. Who adds -1 though? I need to find out. Who dares to add -1 to that thing? No, something's stuck in a loop. It just adds it forever and a half. Okay. Okay. Where are you at? Okay, here. Here. Look at these render components. I already have -1 in there. Ugh. Somebody dares. Somebody dares. No -1 in here anymore. Be careful that all this stuff is actually valid. Okay, that seems reasonable enough. Swan's right, good. Inspection time. Okay, we're Gucci. Do some damage. Good. Good. I am missing the base though. It's in the base. Because the moment it takes So why? We're just at bottom undamaged. So far so good. Okay. So this is a specific game UI that's not IMGUI. It's doing a bunch of science, this sign distant fields and so on. So that is definitely not IMGUI. None of that stuff. But dev UI, yeah, for sure. This is if IMGUI off. Okay, seems fine. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt. Kind of pain in the butt. It's gonna be kind of intrusive to spin that the way I want. I might have to. Dude. You can overpower the shield. Really wanted to spin. I only got a skinned object or not. It might be easy in some ways to make it skinned, to be honest. To be honest. Dude doing? That guy was stuck in a funny state. You know what? That is getting too annoying. It's too fast. Alright, let's do cable extension. Or do I want? Actually, maybe I'll switch over to lazy trails and scanned objects. Well, that's been code I haven't touched for like a year and a half. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so I need some infrastructure first. Some infrastructure first. Fighters and bones. Ooh. Wait a second. I already have all the information I need. Hold the phone. I might actually have. Right. Just make everything be local. Okay. So if we got a hit. Okay, I do can't get here. Okay. So get the entity, world position. It's not good enough. I need to know the shape that got hit. Here. What do I have? I get results back. Shape index. I need the shape index. Delayed intersect. Oh, it's only for delayed stuff. I mean, yeah. These are burn trails. Oh, that's the only ad I see. Oh, I shoved it here anyway. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, Del, it's cracking. What is cracking? Is it being set to anything? Oh, it is. You don't say. Get your student visa. Congrats, man. Congrats. There's a time to work your butt off and get internship somewhere to the company here to get your ass hired. Remember, your main job, your main task in colleges here is not even classes. It's really just to get internships at a good enough company that will then want to keep you around. AI taking over? No idea, man. I haven't worked for anybody else for 2 years now. In that time, AI has gone crazy pretty fast, so I have no idea what's going on with AI, man. No idea. But I do use AI quite a lot myself. A lot. So maybe, is it possible? Shape index 0. How do you save myself from AI wave? Figure out how to use AI to help you in your work like I have. Because this game is essentially built with AI from very beginning almost. I think it's just about from very start was using AI for this game. And that helped a lot. A lot. 2 years ago the AI was not that useful, but now it is. That's right, surf it. Surf the wave, man. Is it actually getting the... I got trust issues. I mean, it's default to -1, so maybe it's fine. Have I switched to Claude? Yes, I have, but then I switched back. Claude was kind of good enough, but really I seem both companies are complete idiots, so I'll just use whichever has the best product, and ChatGPT is by far superior when it comes to conceptual questions. Coding is probably about the same, but I don't use it much for coding. Aside from occasional snippets. Like for example, here's I was asking ChatGPT today. He said this, not just coding. It's more conceptual questions. Had to leave a lazy trail in the skinned mesh. Gemini, try to pick it up. Well, Gemini is pointless. OpenAI is still winning in the quality. We'll see what happens in the future. We shall see. Fortunately, it's both companies are run by people who have no idea what the right philosophy is. And because of that, their definition for consciousness and everything else is completely wacko. So when it comes to completely like low-level tech, just like answering questions, it's fine. But once they start answering questions in public, they have no idea what they're talking about. So this actually works, huh? So this actually gets to hit and actually find the index. Okay. Well, I don't think I'll be doing that for a while, but doing little snippets is fine. Like, dude, this game is barely halfway done. It's already 150,000 lines of code. I don't see iMaking giving you 300,000 lines of finished game plus all the assets. Ain't happening. But it is very helpful. Oh yeah, there's a new change as well. Later has like a slight visual bounce to it. When you start off. It's like one little pulse. Yeah, vibrant colors all I do. Yeah, one of the things I've done is that bloom has been fixed. Actually, that's exactly what happened. I've threw my bloom shader at ChatGPT, and I was like, "Yo, is there any bugs in here?" And I was like, "Yep, here's 5 bugs right here." Once I fixed it, bloom looks so much better. Just now because of AI. The crabs. I'm talking about the full-legged spiders. I haven't had those in a while. But you know what I'm gonna do instead? Let's bring up the new robot spawner. Look at that. Come forth, robot. Delivery from Papa John's. Give me another robot. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I want to see. Oh yeah, look at them particles. And the new shield effect, which player has a shield as well. You can see it right here actually. When it gets hit, and then it starts to recharge in a little bit of delay. Oh yeah, laser trails. Laser trails. So I do get the shape index. Okay. So I do have that, which is good. Okay, so I do get to here. Okay, that gives me the shape index. Fine. Fine. And remove a laser. Yeah. Again. Okay, ship index. Got it. My user currently hits. Okay, plummet all the way down. Good. Good, good. I think it's been almost 2 years since I wrote this lazy trails being left on the walls. Back then, I wasn't sure how to draw lazy trails on the robot, but now I do. Okay. Is it really shape 0? It's so suspicious. Lighters. Actually, it makes sense. It's the spine and the box and the spine. Okay, okay, okay. I understand. Hit, got shape, good, good. So now. Oh, return, that's pretty harsh. That is pretty harsh, dude. Yes, for local space. Well, it's dynamic anyway, so it's probably not even needed. Trail. Think. User. I think this could be Dover. Attach to bone index. To keep laser trails attached to skin mesh. Record primary. Driven by single bone at a time, so that works. Where am I? What's up? What libraries am I using? About a dozen different small ones, nothing particular. Probably the biggest one being Physax 5. That has to be the biggest one. Everything else is pretty minor. Recast for navigation until I rewrite it into my own style. But for the player, that won't work. Hello. Maybe. Remains to be seen. Was it hard to implement Physax? Well, Physax 5 is the open source library I'm using. And I have a lot of experience with Physax 5. The Physax in general. So for me, that was super easy to use. Even if you struggle, you can just ask AI to help you out of that. But in my case, I had years of experience with physics, so using physics is pretty easy. I did begin to work on my own physics engine, but right now it's a very low priority. So I'll continue to use Physics 5 for now. Alright, so I have this. I'll just make sure I can actually get to this point and record that bone. Yep. Well, I do need to be... coming here to the charger. That's funny. Okay, so the trails are beginning to kind of work. Let's see. Just take this thing out. Okay. So now it's just a matter of correctly attaching it to the bone. Okay. Where does this happen? Update call, right? Somewhere. Do you need that much accuracy to use Physics 5? Well, the thing is, Jolt is slower than Physics. Not as features complete, not as stable. For example, the hair simulation I have here is using Physics 5. And when I tried to use the Jolt, which was at this point, it was like a year and a half ago, it just wasn't as stable. And also, Jolt is really slow in debug build. Because what you're seeing now, this is a debug build running at 200 frames, easy, no problem. With 4K ray tracing. Okay. Not interested in sad songs. Yeah, but Jolt is just written of kind of poor technique for debug builds. They like the getters for freaking everything. I hate it. Hated it. Well, like a year ago, so I tried Jolt for like 2-3 days. Even have like radio videos at that time, but just not good enough. Not good enough. Update object transform for blah. Okay, so this is when I draw trail. Am I using open source render like Orca 3D? I built 2 renders. Not 1, but 2. This is non-ray trace render, which is even faster. And it can run on just about anything. And then there's another render, full ray traced. Reflections and everything. As opposed to no reflections. But faster. Supporting wider market, depending what you got available. But no, this is straight up raw Vulkan. The manly style. Oh man, they disappear fast, huh? So what's the current task? Right now I already have laser trails on the walls. Not even the same thing in the robot. Right now it's not exactly sticking to it. But that's because those things are local. They're local. I need to ask you. I am on the specific math here. Might just do that. Okay. Verse object. Yeah, okay. Now it makes sense. Verse subject. This is what I'm converting into that. Fair, fair. Alright, code review time. Yeah, let's grab this. How did I build my experience of 3D API? How did I get that? Yeah, I used to work for game engines. I worked a couple of games as well. And even outside of that, even before I worked for any company, I worked and made a few games in OpenGL. During college, for example, I was learning OpenGL and making little small games on that. And then eventually I found the game companies to work for. But really, everything that you see here, this is all I figured out in the last 2 years only. Because before that, I didn't particularly know Vulkan at all deep enough to build it completely from scratch like I have. It's actually kind of fun to go back to. Because my game used to be literally just. Hey. Yeah, this used to be my renderer. It's just nothing but a two triangle spinning. And then one step at a time, build it up to the next levels. Yeah, it started as a Crytek, but then it became Amazon's game engine for New World and everything. There was very little of Crytek left after we were done with that. Like probably like 99% of Crytek was entirely replaced and removed. This was the humble beginnings 2-3 years ago. The first animation from scratch. Not even any game UI yet. Then first mouse control. Shooting things out of the character. Eventually to what you see now. Be yours. That's right. Before that was given away to Linux Foundation. So I worked for that engine for like 6 to 7 years. Lots of experience, lots of money. And now putting that thing into this game. Alright, Mystery Eye. The code I have that works for non-skinned meshes. Some questions. I'm currently saving the hit values in local space. Just bit levels, that's right, yeah. Also working last week or so, I have a new transition as well. Here we go. A wall trap. And of course, you can also have different outfits. Check it out. Just check it out. Well, it's thinking about things. You can also save the hit values in local space for dynamic objects. So plan to do the same for skinned meshes. Do I need to compute the hit position for skinned in the frame of the bone? Does that mean taking into account the bind matrix? Come on, ChatGPT. Really? Okay. Let's try website. Points in the current bone, local object frame, not in a scheme matrix space. Fine. I guess it makes sense. To the hit bone. Okay. Fair, fair. Take the universal current bone, makes sense. Current bone world, yeah. Fair, fair. Remember many Amazing Studios complaining about how they're forced to use Lumberyard. They said it was unstable and blame it on delays. Funny. I mean, my experience was completely opposite. The hiring standards for the engines were much higher than for the game studios. Because I was working for the game engine, but for a bit I was forced to help them fix the problems. And dude, the kind of nonsense I saw there that they did is just crazy. But also partly, but in particular, I would just really just there for experience and money. But I don't think so. I think the engine itself was fine, but plus the thing is, Lumberyard was actually a pretty small engine. It didn't have that many features. So you couldn't really blame it on a whole lot because it didn't really give you that much stuff. For example, New World had their own anti-component system. It had its own animation. It had its own networking. Like, there wasn't much of Lumberyard left after that. They even had their own scripting. So it's It's whatever, dude. Whatever. Just gotta scapegoat to somebody. But their problems. Which is now long gone and dead. So it's whatever. Looks like I can just do it like that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't care about the rest. Well, it wasn't so much as lazy devs, it was, like when people in charge are not the best, they also don't hire the best. Also, the best people sometimes answer back to like recruiters, be like, "Yo, guys, who do you guys have in charge of that team? Oh, that guy. Yeah, I'm not going there." So it's like a self-selection process. Best people know where to go or not to go. So they got who they could get, given all that. But even if they had the best people in the world in the engine, it wouldn't help those game teams at all. At all. Alright. So I know what to do now. I get this, fine. Where's the inverse? Inverse here. Okay. Dude. Require some questions. Some questions shall be answered. Okay. I'm going with the simpler option 1. Have thought about using Open3D since familiar. Oh, dude, absolutely. For many years, I thought I would do exactly that. I even wrote a book on the engine, how to build it out. Then I spent a good amount of time actually thinking that I would make the engine in that. Like, this was me prototyping my game in this engine. This was the post-Lumberyard of 3D Linux Foundation engine. And it was okay. Like, yeah, I knew everything about that, how to do it right, but it just wasn't my thing. And knowing from inside out, I would not trust it. I didn't trust the engine with the way it was left to make a game in that. So even though I knew that a lot, it just wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth it and wasn't fun. Whereas now I'm in charge of every freaking pixel. Every freaking pixel. In fact, in the last 2 years of working on this game, I've learned more than I have in the 7 years working for Amazon Game Studios. That's that. So I need to compute the inverse. I already have the inverse object matrix. To compute the inverse for the bone local matrix. I have a stack of matrices for bones in local space. And the inverse of the bone transform that takes a point. That's what I meant. Local to parent. Oh, that's what it means. No, my matrices are stored in object space. Yeah, I just need that inverse bone. Okay, okay. Okay. It. Do I get this one for skins as well? I'm actually kind of worried. Do I have entity? I do. Okay. Extra skinned mesh. Right? Let's probably have a skeleton. Dude, owning your own tech is so much fun. Holy crap. Yes. I have the bone index. Right. This. Can be so many freaking ifs. Node index. Fine. Is it too late to bail out? Might be too late to bail out. Okay. We'll balance by node index. Good. This engine is more stable, but it's not an lumberyard. O3D compared to lumberyard. Yeah, I mean, for example, O3D has a brand new render. Although, I think lumberyard was actually more stable compared to O3D. Because the problem wasn't actually technical. If you're gonna look into technical side, the problem wasn't the technical part. It's really just that Amazon decided to wind down that department entirely. But they didn't want to lay off everybody in one day, so they took a few years to do that. So by the end of it, just really was almost no engineers left to actually work on the engine, no fix problems. Wait, why am I doing all this? I don't need to do all this. I might check on this, maybe. Where's my stack of matrices? Matrices, bone matrices. I forget where I get this. Animation system. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, be an animation component. Just like when you're working with a big company, the technology problem is really purely up to managers. You can try to drive it to some degree, but not a whole lot. Like, for example, initially, the team didn't even want to use CryEngine at all. They're just building their own engine from scratch. And then the people up on top was like, surprise, we bought a CryEngine for you. Enjoy. At that point, you just shut up and get paid. Oh man, my engine. Well, my engine is a different beast. It's pretty tiny. It's specifically, I know every line out of it. So even when something crashes, I know exactly what to fix and how. But yeah, most of the experience Amazon Game Studios came out to be what not to do. It's like you observe all the bad crap for 7 years. It's like, all right, I know not to have that approach. Let's not build any crazy object-oriented code. Have really nice, small, light components. Components in Lumbear are just humongous beasts. But yeah. Plus, it's all specifically custom made for what I need. I definitely had bad crashes in the past, but as my skill improved, that's been resolved. 0.07 rendering. Really? Really? I actually need to know that. Can't matrix array, huh? Wait, let's think. I've done this before. Plus, all the stuff I'm doing in here is very different. Physics, animation. Bone transform from scanned animation. Uh-huh. Gotcha. I gotcha. It started for years, dude. It probably started at least 5 years before I was kicked off the team right at the very end. I mean, well, they technically still have like half a pizza team probably left. Maybe a couple of people still working on it. So it wasn't completely down to zero, but when you go from like 200 devs on it to like 100 and less and 50 or less, you kind of see the writing on the wall. But it was kind of very slow progress. Animation. Oh, just that? Okay. That I can do. And then just go for bone index. Okay. That I can do. You. Okay. Pull that in. Plus, my agent specifically optimized to be lower level. I mean, just be running faster, do less crazy stuff that I don't need. Like, for example, I don't do any level of details at all because the camera is pretty much set at the same level no matter what. So I don't need to do any of that. Interesting. What do we have here? That last. I think just trying to compile some stuff I haven't done yet. All right, I just need to get the matrix. Fine. Wait. You say is bone object matrix already include inverse bind applied to it? I think it doesn't, which I might need to do some extra work. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I already did that. Perfect. Perfect. Keep chatting with a little bot. Okay. But project managers, technical leads. As far as team goes, the engine team was by far the best, which is why I stuck to them the most. I've had options to work on the game teams, but I just didn't see myself learning a lot from those guys. But some engineers and game engine teams, on the engine team was amazing. A few managers too. A few. Okay. Bone local mat 4. Okay. Right. I don't want to see the code. Take inverse on that, an object hit. I think I just do that. Let's already apply it here. Go space. What's it doing here? World transform. I guess invert it somewhere else. It's been too long. Shadows are not coming towards the camera. It's funny. Tens less than to do in the company. Well, for one, if you want to make a good game, you have to make it yourself, be in charge of it. 2 is don't do object-oriented approach. 3, if you're going to work somewhere else, try to stick to engineers who actually can learn something from there. Like the best engineer I learned from there is somebody who worked in Call of Duty. And boy, that was such a good experience too. suck up the knowledge from that guy. Another one not to do is don't use STL headers, because that stuff kills your build times, kills your debug performance. Don't individual allocate objects. Just create a big ass pool, such as this. Have a gigabyte sized object that contains all those things I need. And because of that, I just don't have any memory problems or crashes really, because everything just exists forever. Let's see, so update that. I get it. I get it. I understand. I understand. Like this file is small, I'll be able to just throw the whole thing at AI in a moment. In un momento. So this. Where's position? Got space. What position gives it here? I don't understand what the hell I'm doing here. If points in local space, does it get saved anywhere? No. The hell am I doing here? Points. There. Am I using arenas? No, even arenas is too much work. I don't even bother with that. The only thing that I'll allocate dynamically, kinda, is entity component system. That I do allocate the row buffers to shove stuff in. For example, here's my entity table. Entity table with the what kind of components can go in here, and then just row buffer for storing entities. And this is dynamic array. Everything else is static. For example, component signature lists all the components you can have. Again, you can define all the maxes. So just about everything is statically created. I'm that Go guy. He was primarily a multiplayer guy. So definitely get a lot of multiplayer knowledge from him, which I'm not using for this game at all yet. And also the fact that memory allocation is bad and slow. So I'm just taking that to the logical conclusion of extreme. So yeah, less STL crap, less memory allocations. Arena is okay, I guess. But even easier, just not even use Arena. Whatever I need, I just declare as part of the big ass gigabyte size object. Problem solved. What do I do with this thing? If I don't add it here, so confused. I'm gonna have to walk this logic a bit, because I'm not doing anything new yet. So fine, let's just hit something dynamic, but not skinned. There you go. So we got world position, fine. Computed local space, and just throw it away. Don't even use it. Huh. Is this intentional? Pretty sure that is not supposed to happen. Or did I modify this code myself just now? Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. The point is here indeed. Fine. Now I get it. Does this work? I don't remember. Just see how that looks. I'm still missing half a math to put it in the right place, but first... Okay. Using physics and media only. Well, NVIDIA will run just fine on CPU, but has some fancy additional GPU only stuff. But they open sourced even the shaders, so if you really wanted to, you could do that. But I'm using CPU only features anyway, so I don't care. If I need to do some fancy physics on GPU, I'll just try it myself. At that point. That point has not arrived yet. Okay. So local space, fine. That's one. Let's see what we get. 0 to 3, 0-ish. Rob might be okay. Might be. Okay. It's time to test lasers. Time to test lasers. Nerf laser into the ground. This guy's kind of annoying. Alright. Next step of the math. It's a bunch of cute squigglies. Was project good because most problems? I mean, at this point, it's really just the game logic. You figure out what's actually fun. At this point, I've solved all the major problems that I had. Before, I was using AI a lot to help me bug fix, so I would occasionally get stuck on some GPU crashes for a week once. But with AI, all major bugs can be attacked pretty quickly. So it's honestly been a lot easier to code now, not that there's AI. Way easier. But that looks right. No, I'm gonna keep this. Now, draw trail. If we're in local space. Default is -1, right? Yes. Entity, good. Remember, it's hard to debug issues of Vulkan compared to OpenGL. Not, I mean, it used to be, but not anymore. Now there's a lot of tools. On top of that, Vulkan is more involved, but now you have tools like this. What the hell's going on here? The hell? All kinds of messed up. But there's tools to help you analyze the Vulkan calls, including NVIDIA. You can even like debug step shaders. So now it's not a particular problem anymore. What the hell am I looking at? Okay. So this is a start. Oh, this is a single particle. Don't particularly want to do this yet. Okay. Don't need to do inverse. But in the past, it's definitely before AI. Like doing hair simulation took forever. It took me like a week or so to fix that up. For a while, that was buggy as all hell. What was this hair stuff? Yeah, that was a pain. This is where there was a bunch of bugs. This is when you have the bones. You need to correctly compute all the math to do the right matrices for all this stuff. Now that was a pain to get right. Without AI, I eventually got it working, but Jesus Christ. Okay, this is probably 80% right. Probably. Probably. Work a lot. Indeed. Indeed. All right. Well, here's how to save a bit. Because it's getting late, so it's time to do code review. Code review. This. Main bug. Command pending. Running from world to object to local. Animation on GPU. I do final skinning on GPU, but I can mute matrices on CPU. Because I'm doing too much fancy stuff on animation to do that. Or just like too much stuff to do. Like there is the physical simulation of the skinned hair here that actually has bones in it in the hair. Then there's one hand can do one thing, switch to something else. There's jiggling, obviously it's all bone driven as well. There's different posing, full legs, arms, all that gets combined in different ways. Doing that with in GPU is possible, but just too much of a headache to debug. Maybe if I have a push it more. Oh, I forgot laser doesn't do any damage. Hide the hand. So far hasn't been that much of a problem. Not really. Let's go back to what the eye's talking about. Going world to object. Bone local space, not object. You're kind of looking for the first point. Oh, but every later point. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Yeah, this is for the beginning. This part needs to be the same approach. This loop, it's not a loop. Okay, let's stick it outside in that case. I need it up on the scope. Inverse bone matrix without inverse bind. Right. Get on here. Guess I might need this. Care about this. This works. Yeah. How can you use animation, make around GPU, press a button? Well, it depends how much of that they're doing in GPU. Because I'm doing plenty of stuff on GPU as well. Plenty. It's just not all of it. There's plenty of things that you can do, such as inverse kinematics or whatnot, which I think they're doing on CPU. I don't think they're doing it on GPU. So it really depends what portion you're doing there or not. Plus, a lot of specific animation stuff as regards to do with blending and whatnot. That one is kind of heavy. It's better be done on CPU, I think. But you have to ask AI or some experts on that. Anyway, I have this. I got that. Which means coming down here. Let's be a little smarter. Actually. Then here. Do they pass animation data? That's a good question. I mean, it's open source. I mean, it's open source code available, so you could look at it if you really need to. But I just know that it has a lot of CPU usage features. I'd be really surprised if all of that goes to GPU. But yeah, you can just push all the data to GPU and just do it there. It really kind of depends how much. It just said it's very much like a sliding scale. Alright, I'm gonna need a new one of you guys. Oh, there's only one. From particles. Because I don't see anything actually. Actually, it's a good idea. Can I just bail? No, it's not it. Oh, it's a laser thing. Yeah, you probably have to prepare objects in a particular way. Also, you have to rewrite animation data to be in world space, as opposed to what I'm doing now. Maybe it actually makes sense to do that. Right now, the expensive part for me is physical simulation anyway. It's not even animation data. If anything, I'd rather have physics run on GPU. All right. Oh, wait. Is there hit? This thing. Enough? No. Okay. That's what I want to see. Slow down. Okay. Now you're drawing somewhere. Well, back to code review, I guess. But this. Uther's bone. Got it. It looks right. PhysX does have an option to make it run on GPU, but then you won't be able to run on the GPUs that are not NVIDIA or don't support it. So instead, I make it do other things. Do some additional limitations, optimization, other ways. If need be, I can maybe put it in a thread or something and run it with 1 frame behind. We shall see. For now, it works well enough. That's why I slowly begin to work on my own physics for the future. We'll see. But never store it. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? That'll be a problem. Well, that's helpful to know. Okay. Oh yeah, I have it here. I lost it. New trail. Hey, got a hit, got a hit. Actually looks correct. I need to make it live longer. But actually stays on the object. Well enough. Alright, let's get some distance. Yeah. This is too fast. I'm using ChatGPT. But I don't use it for like direct coding. I love to use it as a code review conceptual questions. It's helping me find bugs, for example. Look at that. If anything, most of the time I give it more code than it gives me. Such as here, give it 400 lines. It's like, oh yeah, here's one little bug that was a problem. Boom. There's a second bug. Trail matching, there was a point. Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that. Because this is the kind of stuff that's amazing to use. As opposed to debugging for half an hour, just boom. That's exactly what I was thinking. Exactly. How to do this? Do you know? Don't compute that there, huh? Yeah, I'm paying 20 for a month. I don't do any tokens because I think that's for like really heavy code generation. For things like that, 20 bucks a month is more than plenty. More than plenty. Yeah. Oh, is it going to be in the hit? Oh, it's a physical. Instead of storing that, I could do it based on shape, actually. That would work. Okay. Yeah, yeah. But even a free version actually might be good enough. The only thing, free versions doesn't have access to the smartest level, and I do like the extra thinking mode. But even the free one would be good enough. Maybe. Probably not, but $20 a month is peanuts. It's less cost than our freaking internet, dude. Just going on Discords. Okay. Okay. I get it. I get it. It's decent. When the entity dies, it needs to be removed a little faster. But it's a decent start. It's like 80% there. Go hunting for more. Hey, there's a freaking. I need to work on like roll trails to show I'm missing. Oh, it's missing road because of a freaking stationary crap. All right. Here, take the sound. Yeah, just a little bit of a hint that there is a line there. I do need to be careful of that though, of how it looks, especially on big robots. But for a brief little moment, it's fine. Ooh, we need to disable trails now on the shields. Yeah. Before I didn't even know this was happening. Okay. But it looks fun on these guys. But I do need it. Do I not do that? The update for trails. The old trails. Yeah, this thing is gone. I should just remove the thing right away, right? Actually, why do I not do that? Kind of odd. Be good. Yeah, I think that was. The straps are kind of sucking. Slow down even more. Dodge it. Oh, didn't dodge. Didn't dodge. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is. Oh, that's the shape. Oh no, just the shape is really And I need to make the shapes way more precise. Like, this is really challenging, man. When you push too much fidelity. But okay, now I understand. I understand it now. Shields, shields. Now that does need to be handled. And I need to have more precise physical shapes now. Because without shields it looks decent enough. Just need more precision. More precision. But alright, that's for tomorrow. Until then, take care. Take care.